Have you ever been having sex and having a pretty good time when all of a sudden something changed and then you were definitely not feeling it? How do you handle that? I'm Cassandra Corrado, a sex educator who works with adults to unlearn the pretty harmful stuff that we picked up when we were younger. And on today's episode of You Deserve Good Sex, I'll be helping you figure out what to do if you change your mind in bed. Before we go any further, let's be clear about something. It is 110,000% okay to change your mind during sex. That's how consent works. It can be given or revoked at any time. Yes, even during sex. Yup, even while sexting. And yes, even 30 seconds before your partner comes. Consent is ongoing. Contrary to what you may have been told, it's okay to change your mind and speak up about it. People change their minds during sex all the time. We decide that we'd rather have sex in a different position, or that we'd rather have oral than penetrative sex. But there are plenty of reasons why we might want to stop entirely. Sometimes we change our minds because our bodies feel too sensitive. Sometimes we change our minds because our partner said something that made us feel uncomfortable. And sometimes we change our minds because we're too freaking sweaty and it's freaking us out. No matter what your reason for wanting to stop sex is, it's valid. You are never obligated to have or finish sex that you don't want to have. Your body, your rules. If you start to feel uncomfortable, unfocused, or overwhelmed during sex, those are early signs that you might want to hit the brakes, because that might mean you don't actually want to be having sex anymore. Use your safe word or tell your partner that you need to tap out for a bit. A conscientious partner will listen to you, and if they don't, there truly could not be a bigger red flag. That's actually sexual assault. Once sex has stopped, take a few minutes to check in with yourself. What happened that made you want to stop? You don't need to communicate it to your partner right that minute, but start figuring it out for yourself. Write out what happened leading up to when you changed your mind and how you're feeling now. Does it feel like it was a one-time thing, or is it maybe pointing to a new boundary? Then figure out how and if you want to talk to your partner about it. You don't ever owe anyone an explanation of why you want to stop having sex. That being said, talking to your partner can help them make sure they're adequately supporting you. Plus, if your reaction was triggered by something they did, talking to them about it can help them stop or change that behavior. You don't have to dive into details while you're still in bed. Instead, give a quick overview, like, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now, or I'm not feeling as present as I'd like to, or I'm pretty sure my genitals are a little overstimulated right now. Then follow it up with a plan to talk about it later when you're both feeling more relaxed. If you think you may have a new boundary, set up some time to talk about each of your desires and boundaries in general. It's always good to regularly check in because our sexual desires change throughout our lives. That's perfectly normal. Finally, remember that no one's sexual pleasure is more important than your sexual boundaries. You don't owe anyone sex or the opportunity to reach orgasm. Even if you initially said yes to sex. They can masturbate. They'll be fine. Really. If you've ever experienced a situation where your partner didn't stop when you asked them to, and you want to talk about it, the National Sexual Violence Resource Center and RAINN can help connect you to someone who can help. You deserve good sex, and that includes the right to stop or say no whenever you want to, even in the middle of sex. Thanks for watching. If you're craving more videos on sex, abortion, parenthood, and more, subscribe to Rewire News Group's channel. And if you learned something new today, share this video with a friend. They deserve good sex too.